Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Rod Eccles Show.
You know, just as a side note, from the pop stage, Ariana Grande says that she hates America. She said it. She says, and I quote, "I hate America." That's fine. Hey, Ariana, go someplace else. You know, don't. You know, if your fans want to buy your music, well, don't accept the greenback to do it. You know, so but. This is just unbelievable. Liberals are beside themselves. This is their last hurrah, folks. Do you realize it? This is their last hurrah. If they cannot somehow corral the conservative movement to going back to the Constitution and liberty, then they feel that they have lost. And so now that they are really, multiple fronts now. They are firing every single cannon they have. And if you don't believe me, here's a story from the Washington Times. If you thought that they were going to stop with the Confederate battle flag, oh, you were sorely mistaken. No. They're not stopping there. Oh, hell no, they're not stopping there. And in this story from the Washington Times, it proves that these liberal nut jobs, this liberalistic totalitarianism is not waning. It's just building up steam, because now the state flags of the states of Minnesota and Massachusetts are now being deemed as offensive by quote unquote culture critics. What the hell is a culture critic? Somebody who sits around and critiques culture? But yeah, no, I kid you not, folks. This is a real story from WashingtonTimes.com. A close examination of Minnesota's flag shows the central figure to be a white pioneer dressed in work clothes. Oh my gosh! Wearing a wide brim hat. You know, isn't that kind of an homage to the Amish? Now, aren't you being anti-Amish if you don't like farmers and wide brim hats? Or is that okay to be offensive and discriminatory and bigoted towards the Amish? I'm just asking. So he's in work clothes, wearing a wide brim hat and pushing a plow. He is an iconic image of a hardworking, rugged individualist who works alone to chop the trees, plow the land, and protect his home. He's, well, not by today's standards. He can't have a gun. He is looking over his shoulder at the Indian who's being depicted on the flag, who is riding a horse and holding a spear. You know, the Indian can't possibly be hunting for buffalo or something. No. He is holding a spear. The image of the pioneer is a peaceful man who's laid down his gun and is plowing his field, and is juxtaposed with the image of the Indian who may still want to fight. His spear is at the ready, but he seems to be riding away. Well, if he's riding away, he doesn't want to fight. Maybe he's hunting. You know, they did that back then, you know. Well, he wants a fight, but he's riding away. He appears to be right. How do you fight by riding away? But that's offensive. That could be deemed offensive. I mean, the image. This is from Judith Harrington, an assistant professor of educational studies at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, in a Minneapolis Star-Tribune op-ed. See, you're sending your kids to these liberal idiot nut job colleges who are being taught by these idiot nut job liberal professors. Ms. Harrington says that, noting that the flag has drawn criticism from human rights groups for 50 years. I haven't heard of any criticism of the flag of the state of Minnesota. And I lived in Michigan. I think I would have heard about it in Michigan. Yeah, hey, the state over there, Minnesota, our neighbor, Minnesota, they got some problems with their flag. There are people that are criticizing their flag. I think it's, for 50 years, human rights groups for 50 years have been complaining about the Minnesota state flag. It doesn't stop there. Several state legislators in the liberal state of Massachusetts have called for a redesign of their state flag, which depicts an Algonquin tribal member with a bow and arrow standing beneath a golden sword and other symbols. Ooh. It's no Confederate flag, but our banner is still pretty awful, writes Boston Globe columnist Yvonne Abraham. Now, I got to tell you, I will have to agree with Yvonne Abraham about how bad the emblem of the state of Massachusetts looks. It's just ugly. It has nothing to do with the Indian being on it. It's just ugly. In my view, it's not it's kind of plain. It basically has just three colors, white, blue, and yellow. Versus all these other emblems from most other states, which are multicolor and have a lot more. It's very plain. It's not very pretty, in my view. And it has nothing to do with the Indian. But in any case, Yvonne Abraham says this state was born and has thrived in part because of Native Americans' massive losses. Our flag ought to reflect the huge debt we owe them and a larger sense of who we are and want to be. Sense of who. That's liberal jargon that means absolutely nothing. We need to get a sense of who we are and who we want to be. That's a bunch of liberal BS garbage gobbledygook that means absolutely Jack. Now, look, they're not stopping here either. Now just wait. There are going to be more flags, and it's not just going to be government flags. They're going to be scrutinized now. Oh, it's been set in motion. They're going to try to sanitize this entire country from every bit of offensive, bigoted, racist thing. Oh yeah, if it even appears, whether it is or isn't, even if it isn't, if it just appears to be bigoted or racist, no, it has to go. Like the word niggardly. No, you can't use that word because it sounds too much like a bad N-word. Forget the fact that it doesn't mean anything that the bad N-word means. It just sounds too much like it, so you can't ever use it again. I mean, look, I can't make this stuff up, folks. They will. The only way to stop this. Let me be blunt. Let me be very clear. Let me be Obama said. Let me be clear. This is how you stop this stuff. You stop it at the ballot box by electing people at a local and national level that do not prescribe to this BS. That will not prescribe to this BS. In fact, they will prescribe to the Constitution and your liberty and your rights. And they will demand in courts that judges who are appointed to the different levels of courts are those who interpret the Constitution and not try to write law from the bench or create law or do anything or twist the law. They will interpret it and say this. They will have a constructionist, an originist type of view. Originalist. Isn't that what I said? They'll have an originalist type of view on the Constitution, where they will look at this kind of stuff and say, yes, you might find it offensive, but there's something called the First Amendment. And you are not guaranteed by the Constitution to not be offended. You're going to be offended by some stuff. That's your problem. Too bad. Deal with it. But this person, whether they are offensive or not, in their book, they may not be offensive. They have a right to express themselves. They're not causing harm to anyone by